This is Jill Maurer with your Jewelry Minute, and today's question is, what are stack rings? In the simplest sense, stack rings are rings that are made to be worn together, one on top of the other, or stacked. So the question then is, how are they different from any other rings? Can't you stack any ring? Well, the answer is sort of yes and no. If you think stack rings are new, think about a typical wedding ring set. An engagement ring and a wedding ring together are stack rings. That's what they are. So the key to stack rings is to just make sure that they look good together. So if you have a ring that's just a plain ring, it can be stacked with other plain rings. If you have a ring that when you look on top of it and it has a wave, the only way it can be stacked and not show skin between is if the other ring has that same wave or the same pattern. What is the appeal to wearing stack rings? Well, first of all, you can have stack rings and you can wear them in different ways. You can wear them alone and you can collect them over time. So if you want a big look, but you don't have the funds right now for that big look, you can collect them and stack them over time. Additionally, you can change your look by changing up the stack, either flipping it around and putting the rings in a different order, or just interchanging rings and changing them to the stack. One thing I would encourage you to do is consider stacking rings from different designers. Just see what's in your jewelry box now and can they be stacked to be made more interesting. One thing that I think is interesting with stack rings is if you normally wear silver but you also like gold and you just don't want to spend all the money for a big gold ring, you can add a gold ring to the stack and it can make it more interesting and it can add that gold. Stack rings can be a little more difficult to wear. First of all, you will probably need a little bigger ring size. It's an odd thing, but if you put one ring on your finger, you'll take one size. But if you try to stack two of the same ring, you may need a bigger ring size. If you find that your rings are falling off with a stack ring, another trick is to have the bigger rings be on the bottom, the bigger ring size, because your finger, a lot of us, our finger gets bigger the closer we go to our hand. So you can have bigger rings down here and then put a smaller ring on top, and that will fit, but it will keep the rings from falling off. This has been your Jewelry Minute. If you have a jewelry question for me, just ask me in the comments section below. Until next time.